How's it sound?
That sounds really good, actually.
Dude, okay, we're live. Let me know if you can occasionally peek through the screen there and let me know if there's any live viewers.
Perfect.
But if we're good to go. All right. You ready to kick it off?
I think we're ready to kick it off.
Dude.
I might need a little
Practice.
Yeah, a little practice, or just let me know. Make sure I'm if you see something and I need to switch back to you.
Oh, you're good.
We'll get
I'm
taken
so
care
excited.
Of. All right, you know what?
Dude,
tell me.
It worked. Okay.
Who are we and what are we doing here?
It's been a long time coming. This is the Twin Chickens podcast. It's me, Arturo, Evan, Abino. Dude, it has been a long time coming for us to make this podcast. I've been trying to get this thing off the ground, I guess, for a while. And I guess what we've been trying to do initially when we started our YouTube channel, it was about trying to get us to go live so that people could see us, you know? So we tried Live Me and we tried YouTube as well. But the main thing was that we wanted to talk about our lives and share experiences and our personalities so that people could see them, because I think we got a good connection going on.
Yeah.
Than other people, you know? Some people don't do any of that stuff.
Some people forget how to communicate, and it's at times just disheartening to see that there's no genuine connection anymore, or at least it doesn't appear to be that way.
No, people just seem dead most of the time. But anyway, apart from our gaming YouTube channel, which is pretty much what it was before, we've been doing pretty much Let's Plays of everything from Pokemon, Legend of Zelda, all that good stuff. So now we're transitioning to more of a podcast kind of a setup using YouTube Live and Facebook Live. So whatever you're seeing right now is live in the moment. So if there's a clown that walks in the door, it's live right now. It's happening. And it's a lot scarier than I made that seem. Now I'm freaking out.
Just psyching yourself out from all the things. Well, I just noticed that 2 clowns just walked in and started recording our Twin Chickens podcast.
So far we're good. So since this is our first episode, for the 1 or 2 people watching at home, I don't know who's watching this, let us know what you think, because this is going to be our experimental thing. Maybe one day we can just take the camera and be like, this is our setup, and maybe we're doing this wrong. But let us know what you think. But I kind of like the setup we got going on right now. There's a lot of cool things in the studio that it
took a lot of time to figure this out and actually get it to work and troubleshoot. And from what we had to do with the preamps and all the wiring and making extra trips to...
I got here at noon.
And what time is it now?
We're going live at 4:20 or something like that, or 4:10.
It's ridiculous.
Oh my god. So it took so long just to get this whole setup, but now we finally did it. First time doing it, so first time doing a Facebook Live kind of setup. So let us know what you think. Leave us a comment of what you... Maybe is it too dark? Is this screen too bright for you? Whatever. Just let us know, I guess. And we'll catch up there. Anyway, this is the first episode. Let's kick it off by how do we even come to be, right? How did the Twin Chickens meet?
That's a very broad question, but what's your perception on that?
Okay, so let's take it all the way back. So I was born in the embryo. I was born a long time ago. My mom's stomach. And...
or so you think.
Or so I think. I don't know. But Artie came from Los Angeles to Minnesota. So I was raised in Los Angeles, but most of my life has been here in Minnesota. So I have been here this whole most of the duration of my life.
What year did you move?
Dude, it's been maybe like 2000s, early 2000s.
Okay.
So I've been here for the majority of my life, I should say. You've been here this whole time, like you
yes,
haven't
I
moved.
Was Minnesota born and raised.
Yeah, but like your residence household where you've been, where your parents were at, haven't moved since.
Correct. Yeah.
But this is like now your new house.
New house, moved out. I guess not really that far away from my parents' place. Yeah. But besides that, I've lived very, very much the majority of my life here.
Yeah, and that's what's always been great is that like we've always been pretty close to each other, like in sense of like areas, because I've been more in the Oakdale White Bear side, and you've been more on the White Bear side. No, not White Bear. Upper part of Maplewood, I guess.
Yeah, northern side of like the cities. Yeah,
exactly. So funny enough, I've been going to public schools my entire life. I think you've been going through a couple public and private schools, right?
Yeah.
For
so
yourself?
Growing up, I was in a It's actually kind of a combination of a church and private school.
Yeah.
So that was like kindergarten through second grade, and then everything
amazing.
Between, I guess, third and I think it was 10th or 11th grade that I did homeschooling.
Yep.
But then, surprise, surprise, maybe a little bit of leading into
exactly our main thing. So, I started going to college. Back in like, I don't know, it's been like 5 years ago that I went to college for the first time, and I started. I wanted to reinvent myself, right? Because going from high school to college has been like a goal in and of itself. I had to get all the paperwork sorted out. I had to make sure that all of my all of my cash, my FAFSA, everything was like set. So I was mainly doing that all by myself, but I got certain help that I needed to get into college. And then from there, I started the anime club at my college, since I was really big into anime back in the day. Not so much now. Anime kind of fluctuates as the years go by. But all in all, I liked the experiences I had in college, like going to college. So I started the anime club and went to Mankato for a year, then came back. And then when I came back, I started anime club again, and that failed miserably. But that's when I met you, is when the first time when I came back from Mankato, I started anime club again, and that's when I met you.
Yeah, we revitalized it.
Yes, because it was dead for the longest time, I guess, for when I was doing it. I was doing such a personalization of a club, of what a club should be.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't even feel like anime was the center point. Anime was the backbone of what I made the club to be. I'm not trying to be like egotistical or anything when I say that, but it was mainly like when I was doing it in the sense that like
it's a societal thing. It's not like the focus of all you do is
exactly
watch the anime rather than hey,
it is an aspect.
It's a mutual. What I interpret your idea was that it was just the idea that hey, we have mutual interests, but that's not what we're really always going to be doing our focal points.
I mean, there was like certain things. So for example, how like a normal meeting would go, right? Like when we were doing an anime club session, right? When everyone would come in, marketing was one thing, getting the people in, but I organized everything so that I wanted to make it so that if you liked anime, you weren't sought out to be like a freak or something like that. If you liked,
it was normalized.
Yeah, I wanted to normalize as much as possible, because like anime is this is a little off topic, but I feel like anime is a medium. It's more of a like a different format that we enjoy visual stimulation through. So for example, there's film, then there's different genres of film, but then there's also different genres of anime. So even if you don't like, for example, if you like movies, there's some movies that you're not going to like, and then same thing with anime. There's some animes that you're not going to like. You're going to prefer some more than others, but I see anime as a medium. It's not just one generalization thing, which is what it is now today, which is probably why I haven't liked it as much, because anime has just had this stigma, is what I call it, where there's a lot of tropes that reoccur over and over and over again that I see in a lot of formulaics that just kind of keep popping up between what's going on now, and it just turned me off completely to what it is. Anyway, I wanted to, when I was in college doing the anime club, I wanted to make it as normal as possible, so that if you did like anime, then just come check it out. Maybe you might like hanging out with us. So whenever I did do anime club, it would be people would come in, and we would I would have people sign in so I can check the data of like how many people were coming in versus leaving or whatever.
Yep, and then also like on the side note, it just helps budget and gets money for the club so that you can do more awesome things.
Exactly, which is what all that knowledge that I did with Anime Club, I later took it to that when I made Drawing Club. That was the idea with that as well. And funny enough, you don't have to be like a huge anime guru or nerd, whatever, to like be in the club. It was more of like, if you like this, then come enjoy it with us,
Yeah.
So we would have an icebreaker game every single time. So we'd play a game of like, I don't know, like a random fishbowl character game where we, it would try to get those people out of their skins a little bit to kind of socialize and make friends. And it's funny, all the friends that like supposedly I made back in the day are non-exist. Like they've moved on and done their own thing, but I feel like I was not left out of the dust, but I feel that those people that are still friends today, like, to me, I think they could care less if I'm alive or dead, which is funny. Like, that's the way I see it, because people don't talk to me like back in the day, even though like this sounds so egotistical, but it's the reason why we all got together. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I brought everyone together. So apart from that, that was the main thing, is I wanted people to have fun and all that stuff. So apart from icebreakers, we did the we voted on anime, like which one to vote. I tried experimenting with like maybe do manga reviews or something like that, but like for the most part we focused on just hanging out, and then we'd watch an episode or two of the anime that we voted on that we would watch. And so far it was surprisingly very popular. We did heavy budgeted events very early on, which was all planned. Like, if it wasn't all me, like if I didn't have these people that were with me, I wouldn't have been able to figure any of this out. And so I learned how to become a leader. I learned how to become like a budgeter and all this stuff. And I learned all of these life lessons just going to college and making this club. So I owe it a lot. A lot of my personal experiences come from Anime Club, and subsequently after everything else. So I guess apart from that, when I came back from Mankato, there was Welcome Week. I think that's how we ended up. Every year or every semester, we do Welcome Week, where we would try to get new members to come in, because there's people coming in and out every semester. So I would try to get people to come visit our booth and be like, hey man, this is what we do. We like to have fun. We like to socialize. And if you like anime, dude, that's even a plus, because that's what we do as well. Like we watch anime, you know? So I think it was Steven, one of our mutual friends from college, who came to you first. And I think he told you to come to our booth, or I don't know how that happened.
From what I remember, it was Welcome Week.
Yeah.
And I spoke to you first.
Yeah.
Because I was just wandering around doing whatever.
Yeah.
And I ended up just stumbling across your booth, and you were just like, hey, what's up?
Dude, it was like...
I love how you had that very 2017 Arturo, which is hard to describe, but I can picture it so clearly.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That it was just the stance and the pauses that you would always have was just so of that era. I
was trying to get you.
You're very snappy.
I was trying to get like, hey, do you like anime? Come to our thing. You're gonna love it, man. Like, sign up right now.
And you were very abstract, so like you're a lot more articulated.
Yeah.
These days, but
well, back then it was just like, dude,
it was so pretentious.
Who knows what you might like, but you might like this. You know?
Exactly.
You might check this out. Who knows, man? You might even explore your sexuality through this or whatever.
I mean,
or whatever. So that was also a good thing.
That's a story for later.
Yeah, definitely is. So I tried. I don't know if it was me that got you in the club, but I think I told you to sign up.
I think I got the room information, I want to say.
Oh my God.
And then it was probably Steven or somebody that says just come to the store. No. Steven, this is a little bit down the line after I'd started coming to the shows. I think it was the first or second one that you guys were like, we need an executive. It's Steven came to talk to me, and that he brought me to the executive.
But were you attending club already? I don't remember.
I had attended like maybe twice.
Yeah. What were you? It's probably so hard to remember those times, but like, I mainly try to bring such an energy and like a warmth and a welcoming to everyone to those places. I don't know if that's what you felt. Like, did you feel welcomed or whatever?
Yeah, I think definitely the it was a little sparse.
Oh yeah.
Because there weren't like that many people, but for the people,
it was dead.
But I think for the interactions that I personally had with you, Steven, and
Mega Milk.
Jordan was cool, but I think it was just between you two that especially made it. Like everybody else, like Smizik and
oh yeah, Smizik, yeah.
There were some other people that were cool to get to know, but it was definitely just having like the personal interaction between you and me. I guess we didn't really connect right off.
No, because like it's funny. My first impressions of you was just like this. You're coming. Imagine like, so it's you, it's Evan, but like you're like maybe what 2 inches shorter, and you had the worst prepubescent haircut.
Yes.
Just walking up with your plaid shirt, and I'm like, this is easy picking. I need numbers for my club so I can get a budget. Come over here. So
Yes.
I was leading you like an old witch from like the Wild Wild West. Like, come this way. Do you wanna sign up? Do you wanna do this? And you're just like, I need to speak to my mom first.
Yeah.
Before I do anything. You're like, no, man, you're gonna be fine. Just sign your name, and you'll be good.
Exactly.
But no, I saw you as more of like what I saw everyone else as, like some like people that were just like in their shows a lot of time, and I wanted to just have a genuine conversation with people, you know. And at the time when I was doing it with Alexander and Jordan, their standpoints were like were more subjective, and so they were more like more. I don't want to say anything mean, or how do I say this?
They didn't share the same viewpoint as you did,
Yes,
so you
you.
were just
Their viewpoint was more of like, hey, if you like anime, then you're the only reason. The only reason you would come is because of anime. And I was trying to mainly put up, well, even if they don't like anime, there's going to be something that they're going to like eventually, or if they give it a shot, there's going to be something that's going to catch their eye, because you don't. My personal philosophy is you don't know what you like until you try it, right?
Yeah.
I guess that's pretty arbitrary, or like pretty like, you know, ambiguous. But the main thing is like, I didn't know I would like anime until like I just watched an episode of Dragon Ball Z when I was like a young kid, and that's what like sparked my fuel of anime. You know, a lot of people, I get it. If it's not your cup of tea, that's totally fine. But like the most I can do is just extend the welcome. And for the most part, people that came in had fun for what I saw. But what was deterring from them to keep coming back was school, you know, because that was like a main thing. So anyway, apart from that, you became an executive after, I think, I think Alex just was going through some stuff, like some very heavy stuff, you know. And I think he told me he had to drop out, and then that's when I asked you. And dude, I remember those winter days, like I'm gonna cry. I'm just talking about these. But my God, just me rushing the club, trying to like, it was funny because like at the time the club was like, we were kind of butting heads of like what the club should do. And I was mainly telling him it doesn't, you should never focus too much on like what people would think. It's mainly like, let's just try to create a fun environment and go from there. But there was so much tension between everyone because I was trying to do things like a more public way. Everyone was trying to do things as a more kind of recluse way, as in like, I don't think people would like this, so I don't know if they want to come. But I'm like, no, let's just do it and then see what would happen, right?
Yeah.
Because I used to have meetings with like 60 people in a room. That's a lot. That we would get those places packed, and it would people that would have, I don't know, no interest in anime, but they would come in for the social interactions. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I knew what worked and what didn't work, if that made sense. And it sounds so like I said, like egotistical, but it's not. Like I figured out what did work, and I tried to apply that in the best way possible. And it got to a point where I was like, dude, anime club is one thing, but I just don't feel that passion because of like I don't have the same people, the same vision as other people, and people don't share my vision. Then it's just an empire waiting to fall. So I just left it to people that how they wanted to run it, and I let them handle it.
Yeah, it was nice to see the guidance from the professors that were there.
Oh yeah,
there was a couple that were helping run the show, but it was still kind of sad to see, even though I was late to the game because we only had 2 semesters before you and I moved on and got to know each other and started doing other things.
It was unfortunate because I really wanted to have those days go back to where they were, but I wasn't able to get those. Like marketing was one thing, but like having people go out of their comfort zone to like do things was like another thing. And I think it's not, I don't hold anything against them. It's not their fault. It's more, and I'm not blaming anyone, I guess, at all. It's mainly like,
you just kind of wish to see things happen or unfold a certain way, but that's just the way it unfolded.
Yeah, it's just the way it unfolded, which is like, I don't have any hard feelings towards anybody. Like I love everyone. And I hold everything that we did there at Anime Club dearly. Even though it failed, it's like I learned so much from it as well.
I mean, that's an interesting thing to perceive and think about. Like what really is failure? We see it as such a negative thing, but why? Yeah, why is it a negative?
I think it's because like when you fail, people seem to fail hard, which is what life is, you know. I guess when you fail, like I don't know, like you fail to do your driver's exam, or for some reason, it feels like a kick in the punch, or a kick in the gut, because like you don't feel like you can accomplish this thing, you know. I think there's like a lot of aspects that go to it, but I think that's kind of one of them, or you don't feel that you can accomplish whatever certain thing you're trying to do. I think that's why fear takes a hold of a lot of people's minds and just overall perspectives of like, I want to do this, but I can't even do this, or what if I wanted to? How would I even do that? So that's just one thing. Anyway, besides that, moving on from that, we started becoming friends by just hanging out outside in the nest in the little communion area.
Yeah, I want to say it was from, and maybe I'm remembering this incorrectly.
Yeah.
But it was a decent amount of just like trying to advertise the club.
Yep.
Because we didn't really do much together in the club. You were always
No.
hanging out with somebody else, or just like, screw the club.
Well,
And
yeah.
you were running around.
I was like livid, man, because I'm like, okay, if no one wants to market, I will go and market the club, you know.
But then I was always around. Oh, because we needed to collaborate. Because
Yep.
What was I? Because I was.
You were event
I was
coordinator.
Event coordinator
Yeah.
and
And
marketing.
marketing.
Was it marketing? It was.
No.
I had to do emails.
Yeah,
What was
yeah.
that called?
That's probably some. I forget what it is, but yeah, the email person.
But yeah, it was just like sending the emails, and so we'd collaborate and be doing that. And did we start? Because we did multiple events, like we did the Chalk Walk.
Yeah.
I think we did that twice.
Which
Mason?
was super successful.
That was very successful.
Yeah.
And like remembering that Clarice and some other people like joined us, and
Oh yeah,
whoever else on the
made
sidewalks.
masterpieces, dude. Like
Yeah.
masterpieces that I wish would last a lot longer than just when it rains, because it's on chalk. But like, we did that. I don't remember what else we did, but all I know is that when it did succeed, when we got together and did the things that I knew were gonna work, they succeeded, and that's what, like, it was awesome. But dude, there was a lot of people just wholesome there. A lot of wholesome people were just like, yeah, I want to hang out. Like, I want to do something. So we did. So I don't know, for you, you were kind of like a turtle in a shell, kind of.
Yeah, I
like
think
metaphorically speaking, right?
that first and second year were really a breakthrough for me personally.
Huge.
Developmentally, for just communications.
Yep. It wasn't. I don't know how many other friends you had that you could like talk and actually have a conversation with back then. I know you developed that more often, like through your years in college, but I remember a couple times where we went to the room where we did anime club, and then we talked about like Game Grumps, and then that's where like, did we become best friends?
Oh.
And then that's where it happened. And then
That's
I think
the day.
I think it was during fall semester. You gave me a Legend of Zelda necklace, and I'm like, this dude's here to stay.
Yeah.
This is the guy I want to marry.
Nah, don't say that.
Don't say those things, man. That's bad. It's whatever.
I do remember that, like even setting up booths. But now that you mentioned just like talking about Game Grumps and doing that, where
That's
it
how
just
we connected.
clicked.
You know, we had first we started with Zelda, and I think we watched an entire thing of Legend of Zelda Game Grumps, and then we watched
Yes.
The Room
The Room, yes,
with Steven.
I remember that.
Oh, and then it wasn't until like, I think it was before Drawing Club, we decided to, before we even thought about doing Drawing Club, I think we decided like, hey, why don't we were talking about a lot of life lessons, because you were like wanting to talk to girls and all that stuff, and I was just
Yeah.
like, the reason why we connect so much is because I see myself like I see you as the younger version of myself, because I went through the exact same things that you went through, but life and college, you know, I guess like helped me break out of those shells tremendously. So when you were like wanting to talk to chicks or whatever, or just wanted to like, I don't know,
Learn how to socialize and
Yeah.
become a functioning member of society.
Yeah, I would take you to the room and be like, okay, look, if you want to talk to this chick, this is what you got to do. And I would
Yes.
like draw this elaborate. I think I still have it on my phone, or I think you might even have it too.
I'd have to find it, but
This
yeah.
like elaborate drawing of a dragon of like, okay, so this is how you kill it, right?
And there's just like 3 stages of be skinny, small dude, fight the dragon,
Yeah.
get the armor, and the dragon slain or something like
yeah,
that.
exactly. It was the most ridiculous thing, and then oh my god. Through that we connected so much, and then every time that we would hang out like at the
And
the
we'd
connection-
always, I think what built it through while we were just doing marketing or whatever, we'd
Right.
always end up drawing anyways.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
'Cause
Which
I
is
think
what we kept doing, and then it wasn't until later where it's like, why don't we just do Drawing Club?
Yeah, because I think we just connected well enough that it just became. It was like nobody else shares the same vision or connection or ideas to expand or do something.
Right.
And I think that was about the time. Did we already start Drawing Club when we did Waffle Fries?
I don't think so. I think Waffle Fries came.
For the viewers that don't know, Waffle Fries is a thing that happened in 2018 where the cafeteria ran out of budget for their food waffle fries.
Well, I think they were just changing model.
They actually spoke with them. Yeah, they didn't have whatever they didn't want.
Oh, they didn't want to spend the money. Yeah, it was cheaper option. to do the regular fries.
Exactly.
Which tasted terrible. Like, it doesn't matter how good you can cook these fries. They were terrible.
Yes.
God.
I liked the Idaho nachos.
No
matter
great.
what they did,
Yep.
the Idahos were good.
The Idaho nachos were awesome.
But yeah, so then I think I passed it to you or something as a joke, and then it ended up, the notebook got passed around the room.
The idea was just like, hey,
I think you mentioned like, hey, get out your notebook.
Yeah.
And then I just scribbled down whatever, and then it got passed around the room.
Because when you told me about it, I'm like, we need to do something. But it was mainly just to go talk to chicks.
Yes.
The whole process of the waffle fries thing was just let's go out and talk to chicks. And that was how it all came to be, of like getting us out of our shells a little bit more. And just you talked to more people than I did, but we went together to, in the first couple parts to get signatures or whatever, because apparently they said if you have enough signatures, you can present it to the board and blah blah blah. So
and then ended up getting like slightly over 100, and then brought it to the board.
Yep.
But then the sad thing was they already had their meeting just like then or the day before, so we had to wait a month. But after that month, it was like early March, and they finally got it through. And then we made our posters and celebrated, and we're pretentious everywhere else.
It was amazing though. It was a good time because I saw the college we were going at as like I ruled it almost like with an iron fist. Like I have such an ego, but this is the only way I see it, because I knew how things worked, right? I knew that if you wanted to get this done, you had to go talk to this person, and if you wanted to have this done, you have to do this thing over here or whatever. Like, I knew how things worked, because I spent a couple years there. So when it came to the waffle fries, I was like, dude, okay, if we got to get this, we have to punch this person in the face. Then we have to get all these signatures. Then we have to urinate on someone's car, and then we'll figure it out. It was all stuff like that. So it's like we, whenever you got those signatures, I don't know, did you, I think you just copied them and then you just gave them to somebody. I don't know who you gave them to, but like you gave them to somebody, right?
Yeah. I had to speak with the head, manager. I didn't have to go into front of the board, but I had to present it to the person, and she said, "Oh yeah, I'll take these," and then at the next meeting. What
would be funny though, or what I think what actually happened?
Yeah,
sorry.
I was gonna say the lunch lady that the older one that was always there.
Claire
tried. No, Claire worked at the coffee shop.
Oh yeah.
The other Hispanic lady, I can't remember what her name was.
I forget.
But she tried fucking with me.
How?
And she was like, "Oh, these aren't enough signature," or like something ridiculous like that, where it's like, nah, these won't be able to be accepted.
You're talking about 100 signatures over, like, what's more impressive, 100 or 200 or 1,000? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it was just funny that she's like, no, I can't work. And then I was like, what? Like, I was so...
I did everything. I did all this work.
Growing up, and I still am, just a very gullible, like, I want to believe.
I do this to you all the time. It's the best. It's my favorite thing to do.
It's so sad because most of my friends know it too.
Yeah.
So it's just, they'll be like, "Oh yeah, and I did this." I'm like, "Oh really? That's awesome." Like, no, div. Like, obviously no.
I think it's kind of like I did that too, but then I grew up a little bit, and then like I figured out, like, okay, if you're gonna tell me something like that, I need the proof.
Yeah.
Or like put your money where your mouth is, kind of dealio. So I don't take crap from anybody anymore when it comes to that stuff. Regardless of that, waffle fries was one of the things, yes, that did bring us more together. And then it kind of like reinnovated our friendship, that like every time we hung out, it was always an adventure in and of itself. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. There was always something going on. So every time I would go to school, sometimes I wouldn't even go to class. I would just hang out with you because I'm like, screw class. Like, what was it? Logic? I'm taking logic class, dude. I'm already getting an A. And I got it. Like, I would skip class like in other places, and I would still be passing my grades. Like, it was not even a freaking.
And I remember there being
thing.
All these. You had trouble with. Was it trouble? like a history class or other Minnesota geography or something.
Oh my god.
Where you had to fill out these papers, and you're just like, you know what? It'll be fine. I'll show up to class 20 minutes late. Hey, you over there, you were from Anime Club. Help me just fill this out.
Yeah.
Just doing random stuff while I'm just sketching.
I said that.
I don't remember exactly how it panned out, but I'm just improvising from. Whoa. Something in the studio just fell upstairs. But sorry about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just remember there being these crazy endeavors of.
Yeah.
Anytime we were together, it would just be like, what? For me, it was always just like, who is this guy?
Yeah, no.
And what is he doing?
I was so like, how do I say this? I felt like the only way to get things done is I have to put my hands in it to get things done. I was probably in that place where I'm like, I need to get, if this needs to happen, I need to get it done personally. So I was just like running everything with an iron fist probably. So I don't think I've ever done that to you though. I was never like, or maybe I've had like, hey, did you send that email? And you're like, no. And you're like, see me in the back for a second. I don't think I ever did that to you though.
I don't think so.
It was mainly everyone else. I'm like, hey, send this email or I'm gonna kill myself.
All right, well, let's take it back a notch. But then there were some other cool things that we did besides the waffle fries. There was, we played a couple of shows at Century.
Yeah, we did Holiday and Valentine's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fun shows, by the way.
And then there was Halloween. Or at least I remember.
No, that's when we started to become friends. Do you remember?
I remember you finally motivated or pushed me to
go sing live karaoke.
Yep, doing karaoke.
Because I'm like, dude, you only live once. So I went up and I did this killer Mexican song, and I got all the ladies going like, dude, that was awesome. I'm like, I don't even know what I said. And they're like, yeah, it was great. I'm like, dude, I don't even speak that language.
When because it had to have been really soon after. Maybe it was still the first semester. Help me remember what it was, but it was like the half century talent show.
The talent show, yes.
When was that? Was that 2017?
That was probably 2017. I want to say, or even
okay, because
when was that? Because I came back 2016 or 2017.
Because I think I had just started. It would have been just a couple of Anime Club things or whatever. Because I remember I still had like a photo of you performing.
Yep.
But I didn't know you that well.
Yeah, no, I was playing on the shows, and then I was trying to get you to like, hey, let's rehearse something or let's play something, you know. But I think the main thing was that like you wanted to play guitar, and we had so many interests together like already, so we just clicked right off the bat.
Yes, because it was soon at like the day of my grandmother had died. My friend bought me a bass, and it was the next month in November, later, so near the end of the semester. After starting band with another friend, you took me to Guitar Center, and we bought my first like actual guitar.
It's actually right on the wall right there.
I don't think if I switch it over, it's you can't see it right now.
You can't see it, but like it's just a Yamaha.
It's an acoustic guitar, but
but like first. I wanted to like, how do I say it? Like it was weird that like I didn't try to do the same. I didn't try to do anything as in like I wanted to forcefully be your friend, but it was more of like it just felt so natural that like when I tried to do that with somebody else that wanted to do something like that, it just fell to bits really fast, you know, with other people. I don't want to name anybody, but it was mainly like if I wanted to help someone talk to a girl and be like, dude, this is how you would do it. And they'd be like, dude, I don't even feel like living right now. I'm like, whoa. But with you, it'd be like, hey, I want a guitar. I'm like, dude, let's go to Guitar Center. Let's go. And then so we went. You know what I mean? And it was just like that. I don't know. It just felt like we were meant to always be friends from like a long time ago. So when we finally met each other, it was just like this just felt so natural.
And I think that also comes from, I guess, growing or being able to find those experiences of knowing what it's like to just be yourself or be alive. Learning to just, I don't know, be a nice human being. Yeah. I don't know how that makes sense.
Well, I always try to be a nice person, even though people are not nice to me. I always try to treat people the best way possible. Now it's like I'm just an old man now. I don't even care. Like just leave me alone. As in like that's how it is when I'm in public. But like before it was just like, yeah, dude, if I'm around, I'm in your life, you know, if we're seeing each other, like I'm in your life right now, so I want to help you out, but like or maybe just sometimes I get too invasive, I guess, but like I don't know. But regardless of that, we had a lot of adventures with that. Learning to play guitar, waffle fries, and I think we even so at the height. This is a ridiculous story, but at the height of a drawing club, actually, this is later on when we made drawing club.
So this is probably a year later after we both started.
Yeah.
After I started going to college.
Yep. And it was just me and you doing drawing club. When we first did it, it was just like, this is what needs to happen. This is what we need to do. And you were just like, yep.
We built the club from ground up.
Yeah. And like, I've already done it before, but like, I knew what to do.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have help, it would just be, what was the point?
And honestly, it didn't even feel like work. It was just fun to do something.
And it was like looking for a marketing coordinator, or just looking for VP, looking for all these people. It was just like, it came around so naturally, so that when we did have, when our drawing club was established, we had everything ready, so that we just, what's it called? We made a Snapchat group, or at least I did, and then it came around so much more naturally, and it felt like what it was supposed to be. I felt like drawing club achieved what it was supposed to do right off the bat, whereas anime club, when I came back from Mankato, it just did not. I was just trying to keep getting to that point where it was supposed to be, but I didn't get that help from a lot of people, so it just fell through, In any case, drawing club, at the height of our drawing club popularity, which wasn't that much, by the way, but it was still the most fun I've had at school, or like when I came back. Before it was anime club, like when I was there back in the day, but when I came back, it felt so rich, and like I felt fulfilled, when we made drawing club, because it felt like this is something that
it was monumental, an accomplishment. Definitely like a soul-filled action that was being taken,
and it was one of the best clubs out there as well. Like, it's funny because like I told it's funny, like with the anime club that was still going around, we pretty much karate kicked them off the pedestal and be like, dude, we're one of the best clubs here. It's not even about like we're the best club, so like get on your knees. It's more of like we're the best club because like this is what we did. Like we could have
guidance, direction.
Yeah. Which, by the way, we had none other than my own knowledge, which I already knew. But we didn't have. We had one professor that was helping us out, but barely, But
I remember. Yeah.
Anyway,
but the idea of like having there was a purpose to it.
Oh yeah.
There was like, I guess, whether or not we had a mission statement, I don't remember. But there was purpose to improve. There was a drive for your own personal interest. Drawing club was like, hey, you go here to kind of do something. Either all the people that came just to doodle and have fun, they just came to hang out and draw.
Yep.
But there was still the possibility of learning and growing and finding yourself still within the club.
And that, oh my God, just drawing or just learning what it means to draw, I guess. Like that, my whole philosophy. It's so funny because I was preaching the words of Bob Ross before I even knew who Bob Ross was. I just discovered Bob Ross like this year, Like I guess not this year, but like I think it was 2 years ago or even a year. Basically, after drawing club, my whole philosophy was just like, if you want to draw, you will learn how to draw. Even if you have no talent, I believe that you can learn to do these things. But that's if you want to.
And I think that goes along for anything.
Anything, absolutely.
If you actually have the desire, and it's crazy to think that, maybe not crazy, but for school, like, or anything you're doing, if you have a genuine interest, you'll absorb that knowledge so much easier and faster. Whereas if you're like, I really don't want to do this right now, 200% of your mindset is somewhere else, and you're not going to remember anything that happened on that page.
I barely remember anything that I did from school. Any of the classes from college, I don't remember any of those things, but I do remember my mindset of how to achieve an A or whatever. I know how to get these results, if that makes sense. So I don't remember what the topics were about, but I knew it was weird. Like I have this greater lesson that was always around the corner.
Yeah, no, I think college for me, I don't really remember any of the classes other than some social interactions, but for me, a lot of what I would say college, or like the past 3 years, I guess it has been 3 years, have been monumentally for social development of myself. Because coming from the I guess I really wouldn't even consider private school much of social interaction. Like I really didn't talk to anybody starting until I was like 16, 17.
This is, how do I say this? For me, it was like after high school to a certain point, all my friends, I was still in high school, but all my friends had gone, and I felt so isolated that I wanted to genuinely find one person. So when I went to Century, I did have friends there, but it's just like, man, I never felt like I've always felt isolated. You know, it's like people were just not at my level, or just never at like my not in my intelligence, but more of like my maturity, just kind of like my overall things that I liked.
Although I gotta find it funny because I'd sometimes feel the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
At times I'd feel very egotistical and like, oh my god, people are so stupid.
Yeah.
But then you find friends that connect with you so well that you both collectively lose 200 IQ. You sit at the split brain cell, stupid level.
But it's the most comfortable thing, you know.
But it's amazing, yeah.
Oh yeah. So going back to this, I'll tell the story. Then we'll take a little break here. What time is it? I didn't even check.
4:51.
Okay.
So finish up a little story. We can take an intermission and then wrap it up
then
soon
we'll wrap
after.
when we come back. So during our height of drawing club, our college told us to go. What's it called? Go to another college.
Okay, I remember this.
I love this story. Basically, all these colleges were getting together to have like a state. What would you call it? Like a meeting, like a state college meeting or something like that.
Yeah, it was a like an official college meeting for deciding.
The fate.
Do you know the websites? I forget what they're called. Like the Min-State official websites.
Yeah. Of like how to register, how to like making
they
all
were
the
doing
processes.
They were doing an entire rework of the entire
everything because they wanted people to like if they wanted to go to college they would easily just click 2 buttons and boom, that was the idea, right? To make it as user friendly as possible, as professional as possible. Basically, this would determine if the next generation that wanted to go to college would determine how easy and effective it would be for them to get to college. It was a pretty big, massive thing. So
and Jen just
so student life was just an
organization at school.
Yeah, they were like saying basically there was like these 10 heads that ran what's it called, all aspects of college. They ran like college events. They ran like everything from budgeting their own money to what's it called. There was just like an infinite source of resources, if that makes sense.
Yep.
For college. So if you wanted to, like, for example, if you had any questions about like FAFSA or whatever, you would talk to them, and then they would point you in the right direction. But out of all those people that were there, and even all those people that they asked who could go to this state college thingy, nobody could go. So that's when I was asked by the head what's it called, the head student life counselor person, like, hey, we would like you to go represent college. I'm like, okay, that sounds awesome, but like, why me? I'm just a schmuck, you know?
Yeah.
One, I could care less, number one. Number two, you realize that like, I just don't care, right? But they were really, the way she phrased it was really sweet, and it was like, we're counting on you, you know? It's like, no one else can go, and if you can go, that would mean the world to us. I'm like,
and right, there's probably food there.
Yeah, and then she said that, I'm like, okay, I'm in. And
then, was it you? Did you bring her over to me, or like somehow? Because I can't remember how I got roped in. Because I remember signing.
You came with me.
I know I came with you, but how did you? Were we at the same table or something? And she said, "Guys, fill it out."
Yeah, I think it was mainly. I think it was Jen. Was it Jen or it was somebody from Student Life?
I think it was Jen. Like, hey, I got a proposition for you guys.
Yeah,
or
like,
something like
would you like to go to this? And I was just like, let me talk it over with Evan here. And you're like, dude, I don't speak. I don't speak right now. So I think we talked it over, and we're like, you know what? Let's take a trip. That'll be fun.
I almost like, I think it was. I remember saying like, I don't think I have any plans this thing.
Yeah, I think for me, I was just like, I think I'm going to Colorado. And then you're like, I don't have any plans. And then she's like, there's food there. I'm like, okay, we're going.
And then we had trouble trying to figure out where it was a little bit.
Yeah,
but we got there. And then tell us about that.
Oh my God. So we get there, right? This is, I'm not kidding you when I say this is a statewide like event. All the teachers of all these colleges have representatives to be there. So teachers were there, VPs were there, people that ran colleges were there. And there was quite a few people there.
The people who should be known for being people were in a conference room.
The who's who of bigwigs of colleges were there.
And then guess what?
Here comes, as we're trying to find parking, we're like, is this the place? So we
had to ask around,
yeah,
too.
we had to ask around. We asked the building. There were no signs at all. We were told generally where to go. Like, okay, it's in this building in room A. And we're like,
okay.
Dude, there's like 7 buildings. So we just parked at one. We asked around, and they told us where. We go there. I think it was during a weekend, or maybe was it after school?
It was during the like afternoon. It was weekday, right. I think.
Okay, so I remember we went there, and if it was weekdays, it's even sadder. It was a ghost town. There was barely people there. From what I remember, there was like, it seemed like people were either not at school or in classes.
It was dead.
But it was pretty dead. So we go into this conference hall we open these doors, and there's, on our right, there's food. On our left, there's drinks. And then
down the center,
200 feet from us opening the door to the 200 foot of the wall to the other side, which is like a gymnasium, kind of feels like.
Just walled with
walled with teachers, VPs, everybody. The who's who of everyone.
You can just imagine the door opening up and two bums standing in the doorway.
By the way, when we opened this, it was dead quiet. Turned. Yeah, it was dead quiet. Everyone turned their heads and we're like, "Hi guys," and we're like, "I think we're in the wrong room."
And then the most amazing thing I would say happened, that they all like kind of lit up and like, "Are you guys students?"
Yeah, and they were like, "Are you here for this thing?" Like, yes.
We came from Century College.
Like, it was funny because I think Evan was just like, yeah, we came from Century College to help you guys out. And everyone was like, yeah. And then I'm like, I came for food. Like, we have that too. Like,
they got so excited about the food and be like, well, take as much as you want.
Exactly. And
we were like, all right, bet. And we loaded up on food.
Dude, and it's funny because like as we like kept walking, everyone's just like looking at us like we're a unicorn in a forest.
We practically were. Yeah, we were the only students there.
It felt so awesome to be welcomed like that. Like, dude, like we were perceived as like, what's it called? The students of the future, you know? Mm-hmm. So everyone was asking questions left and right, and they were like, what do you think? What do you think? And I'm like, dude, I barely even know my own name, so I will give you the best answer possible. I think one of them was just like, this is our website. How user-friendly do you think it is? And I'm like, I can read the left side, but I would like more pictures or something like that. Basically, you have someone that's not, I don't think I'm qualified to be giving the the entire state of teachers how to run a website. I don't think I'm qualified
giving our opinions and ideas.
I think
changes.
I'm very underqualified for those things. But everyone was just like, any type of help, anything you could say would help us out. And we were there for what, an hour?
I would say so, yeah.
Nobody else came. But we were treated with such hospitality, and just like we took a little break to eat food. It was not time
It was a good
wasted.
experience.
So, yeah, it was not time wasted. It was awesome. But it's later than what.
When we got in the car, we were like, we just changed the course of human events.
Yeah, well,
on a grander scale.
On a grander scale, but even sadder is that you took someone like me who could care less about like what this whole thing was about to when I get there, I'm like, oh my god, this is legit. Like,
serious business.
They need help with these things, but why did they send the guy that doesn't care and wanted food, and you were just like, I got nothing else to do.
Yeah, exactly.
So then
I didn't have a girlfriend at the time, so there was no point being there.
Yeah. So then as we were leaving, we're like, I think we just changed human,
what did we just do?
Yeah. It was funny because like there was so much like positivity and like warmth and from everyone, like this would help us so much. And then when we got to the car, we're like, I think we just ruined everything. Like, I feel bad for the next generation going to college, so that they're just gonna be like, how do I use the website? Like, what's loan? I want a loan. And it's all like on a pixelated screen.
And it's just pictures of dogs from what you suggested.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, damn it. Or there's just a picture of me with my glasses just like looking up like, something
just
stupid.
Ridiculous.
Anyway,
we're gonna jump to taking a little break. So we'll be back after like 10 minutes.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
enjoy.
Sounds good.
Evan's mood.
Dude, I love it, man. This is what I used to listen to back in the day. All right, so it's your boy. Yo, it's Artie and Evan.
What's poppin'?
We're going skating today, and
dude, it's good to be back.
It's
hanging out with my homie.
Oh
Arturo.
my god, I dream about you every night.
We should go. Oh, have you come back to be restored?
I left from the next
Oh, it's the other way, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. So, step one, the hand. You're gonna put your hand on the boot in the middle, all in the middle. It'll be very difficult, or else you will never be able to do this. But first step is that. The second step, you're gonna put the flap over the burrito, like this. This is the pocket of the burrito, by the way.
Do you like goat cheese? Goat cheese? Yeah. Is this a serious question or are we talking?
Dude, this is legit, man.
Actual goat cheese?
I am always serious.
Oh, sorry!
Oh.
Hi, my name's Homeless Timmy, and this is Homeless MTV. Come inside my home. This is my spacious home that I live at. And, come inside here. I just took a big old dump right here earlier. Alright, well, this is my mansion. This is my home. This is my bed right here. If you could tell, I like to sleep sometimes. Usually, I don't have a lot of room, but I sleep right here in this corner at night. That's at the moment.
What they are doing?
Got pizza.
You guys open? Just want some chicken.
Nobody's there.
Just want some chicken.
Nobody's there.
Steve!
Nobody's there.
Steve! I'll take a number 2 with a Coke. Make it diet. And maybe some fries. And if you got some of those Airheads and a couple footlongs. Steve, do you want anything? Steve? Steve? Oh, you're right. Yeah, there is nobody there. Sir, this is my bench. Sir, this is my... Hello, sir? Yeah. Hello, sir?
What do you want?
This is my bench.
What
Sir, get off my bench.
do you want?
Ah, bro. I don't know where that hand's been.
Fucking cheese.
Cheez-Its. Oh, bro, give me some of those cheeses, man. You got some of those cheeses? Here, let's see what you got. Some of those cheeses?
Sir, would you like some cheeses?
Yes.
Alright. Would you like another?
Yeah.
And another?
Yeah. Hey.
You're welcome. Have a nice day. Excellent. So you can see, I'll be a Scotty down there. Hello. All right. Let's move these branches out of the way. So over there we got the kiln, and back there's path to the lake fish in the lake. But up here you can kind of see over there. There's a goal. All right, back to you, lad. How the am I gonna get down? I don't think about that. I'm looking for the key to the universe, you know? I really myself this time. Oh. Dicks. Low balls, all excellent. Slide and drop, slide and drop. Dude, you seen Deadpool? Yes.
Yes!
What brings you to America?
Do pull-ups.
More.
Alright, I guess we're not doing pull-ups. Body strength. Eat cheese. Cheese is the eternal strength of life. You don't get that, then you're eating cheese on the wrong side of the bread. Nope, not here. You ever feel that when you look at this view, something beautiful is that you find something in yourself that's really beyond. And if you're in the beyond, how can you really be in the present? It's always about acknowledging, letting it pass, finding you, and you.
What is that?
Some seeds. I don't know. It just says.
We don't know what that is.
It just says seeds. And maybe some sesame seeds. Just a splash. There we go. Are we gonna add the onions? Mushrooms. I think we made too much. Look at the camera. Where the roads go,
and we're back.
where the days go, only time.
We're just gonna pretend that Artie's camera's working right
Yeah,
now. All
so-
right, guys.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, still there. Anyway, let's wrap up our thoughts since it's already getting to be 5. I have to work in the morning, and I think you have school
I do.
tomorrow. I care a lot about your education.
Thank you.
I'm having a heart attack right now.
That's good to hear. We will. What did you think of today's?
Oh, dude, it was
closing
good.
Thoughts.
It was good to recap how we got to be here today. You know,
It's really nice to be able to reflect on that. Yeah.
and honestly, I wouldn't have changed any of it. You know, any of it for whatever we did. You know, anything we did, I wouldn't have changed it.
There were so many little adventures that I'm probably forgetting right now, but
Dude, we did so many things I can't even think about. But this is the thing. I think it was during Drawing Club or before we did Drawing Club, we decided to do a YouTube channel, and that's what I think brought us the closest.
really drove it home.
Yeah, because it was just like, okay, we love Game Grumps and we want to project our voices. We want to do things.
Yeah, it
we
was
love these games.
The last few weeks of the spring 2018 semester, I think, because it was just the end of the second semester. How we either just started Drawing Club or around that time, I think. We were like, let's do something.
Let's do this,
because I
man.
had the Retron, and we went out or ordered on Amazon the game capture, and then just started.
We figured it all out, man.
Yeah.
And I wrote down, like, I still have, I think, the picture of, like, how to market everything or how everything was supposed to funnel. But I've always wanted to do YouTube for the longest time. I feel like I would have been, if I did it early in the day, I would have been somewhere today, but I started now, you know. So either way, I'm happy that I was able to do it.
Yeah.
And I've learned so much just from editing and just like learning what makes a video grow and all that stuff. And we're not even on anyone's radar.
Close.
Not even close.
But just involving yourself in the environment, the atmosphere, and around, I guess, the people that have similar interests. I guess we have.
It helps you get more fulfilled, or it feels more fulfilled than anything, you know.
For sure.
It has been a dream, and I can't wait to see where this even goes,
and just living the dream.
This is it, man. I mean, this is all from podcasting to playing games. I still want to do all that stuff, but we have so many things going on with our channel still that all I want to do is my whole goal is to at least get more people to watch because I feel like we have something to offer. You know.
Yeah.
Besides that, coming up for the Twin Chickens YouTube channel, we have Thomas the Tank coming out. Hopefully that can come out next week. Would be amazing. And then maybe I can even put out a funny moments.
That would be cool to see
during the week. We'll see what happens.
That'd be amazing, and I think
those are a lot easier to make, by the way, than like the Thomas. So
soon in the next developing weeks, there's also a one-off cat episode that will be uploaded.
If you can, whenever you can put that out, that'd be awesome.
Evan did a mobile, I think, what is it called? The cat game. I think it's something involving cats.
Yeah.
But you guys will find out soon enough.
Guns and Cats or something like that. Anyway, it's epic.
Well, amazing.
I'm excited to see where this goes. This is our first time doing this podcast setup. So
let us know what your thoughts are. What kind of spaghetti you had or lunch meat you had this today.
This morning.
And
and that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Have yourselves a wonderful day, and we will see you soon.
Adios and goodbye.